Gotta stay fresh like a brand new whip. That new smell, switching it up, too stale. They try to text, leaving my red, switching the phone, new cell. Secrets I kept, do tell. We had a fight, tooth nail. This is a race, I know my place. Coming for first, blue shell. Whoa, just so you know, I'm the one who's spreading the industry. Baby, just throw up the stats. I used to lack a direction, I find it cause nowadays I put the globe on the map. Don't need the publicist, I don't want none of this. I keep it simple, I show up and rap. Whoa, feeling like Cardi when she got the bag. You know I'm closing the gap. Auto tune off, but the tune's on auto. I set trends and then you all follow. See no stack like I do staccato. DIY, that's the crew whole motto. Float on the beat like it's easy mode. I'm on a whole different level, don't even know. I couldn't load the whole clip and don't need to reload it. I'm golden, I got it unlimited. Listen, they know it, I'm about it. My penmanship different and missing. It's not in my diction and fiction. It's not in my writtens. I'm leaving them spitting. I'm keeping it fresh like a brand new whip. That new smell, switching it up, too stale. They try to text, leaving my red, switching the phone, new cell. Secrets I kept, do tell. We had a fight, tooth nail. This is a race, I know my place. Coming for first, blue shell.
I know some homies that lost my respect unaware, and that's a reality check. My problems are stacking up problems is taller than me, for real. It's giving me headaches. Please don't be putting no cameras in my face. That's tax, reality takes. Protecting the image and cropping the L's. Life editing, the vision is bliss. The money motion 360, moving in circles, and it should track on me. Yeah, I got it for free, don't shop at the mall, nigga. What you even know about bricks? If you don't get it, that's cool. Why you tryna tap in, dog? You didn't even know about leaks. I'm rocking exclusive, trigger kombucha. I'm still beating on beats. They jacking the sauce, they trying to duplicate flows. The bars is bootleg. Making it flows, don't keep me in flow. The money, my language, I'm fluent.
New smell, switching it up, too stale. They try to text, leaving my red, switching the phone, new cell. Secrets I kept, do tell. We had a fight, tooth nail. This is a race, I know my place. Coming for first, blue shell. Heard you got a man now.
Hello? Oh, what's up, Maniac? Here early. What the heck is that? Nice to see you, Maniac. Welcome back. Hope you have been well. It's Friday. We're not usually here on Friday. Oh, excuse me. I gotta sneeze. Oh, great. Never mind. No, I don't. Oh, that's gonna come out later, I guess. God dang it. It's right there. It's right there. This is what you come here for, apparently. All right. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to be in the room. I'm going to do this locally. The game just crashed. One moment. What's up, Blood Fury? We're just running the map as usual, just quicker this time. Exactly. We're not hunting. I'm not hunting. I just enjoy the map. I just like driving on it. Just a Friday afternoon, end of a long week. Just want to go for a drive. Want to go for a drive, listen to some music, chill with the homies. That's all. That's all. But hope everybody's been well. So we're not usually here on Fridays. What's up, T-Entry? Prof playing Cup of the Night for once? No. Why? No, it's 902. Anyway. Which map we not hunting? This one. This one. 31 hours. We're close. Real close. Real close. Real close. So it's Friday. I know I've mentioned that a couple times. It's Friday. And we're not usually here on Fridays, but I'm thinking about changing that. Because right now, we move the streams to Sundays and Thursdays, with the logic being I would be working from home Mondays and Fridays, so the days after the streams, so that I could stream later and it's not a big deal. Problem is, at the end of a weekend, sometimes, you know, we've got to go to a dinner or, you know, whatever, bumping right up against stream. And then sometimes I'm not actually working from home on Mondays, and sometimes Mondays are my busiest days. So I'm wondering if we're actually going to move to... Let's start the bidding at Mondays and Fridays. Let's say that. He'll be live again in a few days for an Icy Cup. Yeah, when it's an Icy Cup, sure. The problem is I'm so honed in on icy physics right now that I couldn't drive on pavement or any other surface right now. The only time I go for a drive in my car right now in real life is only when it's icy out. So I'm thinking of Mondays and Fridays. And maybe even changing the times a little bit. Not drastically, because I'm trying to... You know, we've all met in this time slot, right? Like the Americans who are here in their evenings. The Australians that are here in the middle of their day, I believe. And then people in the UK are insomniacs. People in Europe who watch are absolute insomniacs. How does the BRZ do in the snow? Laughably bad. Laughably bad. Terrible. But in the most hilarious way. It hasn't stopped me from driving it. And, oh man. God dang it! There it is. Maniac, I told you. I was not making that up. Ah! Frick! Oh, man. Alright, like I was saying. There it is. There it is. The first thing I said on camera. Oh, god dang it. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back or else I'm just gonna be gross the whole time. 1 second.
Yeah, pick it the pace, go. I keep it going, a foot on the brake. Whoa, ain't no one get in my lane, just give me the time and give me the place. Taking a name and no one can stop me. I ain't afraid, I'm going in Rocky, and it's a shame they all wanna copy, but ain't no way that no one can top me. Look, this a marathon, it's not 100 meters. Play my cards right, I ain't bluffing either. Always wear a smile like I'm.
Ahem. All right, we're back. Oh, sorry about that. COVID just will not leave me, dude. Today was my first, like, real week of work, back to work, in the office, and everything, like, back to normal completely. And I kept finding myself just, like, staring at my screen in the middle of the day, like, what the fuck was I just working on? Like, what was I even just doing? And part of my job is to log my entire day, bell to bell. Well, they're not as insane as they were at my last job, but you get used to it in the IT world where you're a billable resource. You need to account for your time and justify your existence, basically. So part of my job is to actually, like, be on top of my calendar and track what I've done throughout the day. And I have my little tools and tricks for helping with that, but not when it's like, what the hell was I just working on? Like, what even was I in the middle of thinking of? What was next? What was I just working on? Like, just my mind, like, reboots. It's been strange week. Man, I tried the map you've been not hunting the other day, and this might surprise you. That map very different from Guilty Gear Strive. What the hell is that? Oh, so I was saying about the BRZ. Laughably bad, in the best of ways. And I put summer tires on it in January. It had the stock all seasons, but I put a set of summer tires that I had laying around on it. And we had a snowstorm recently, and I was moving cars around in the driveway, and that thing literally wouldn't move 3 feet. I could not get it to hold any amount of traction for longer than a foot or two until it started slipping, and that was the end of it. So first run, not bad. This is not nearly fast enough. But I'm gonna practice just in case. Nah, no good. Guilty Gear Strive. What kind of fighting? Like Mortal Kombat fighting, or, you know, Punch Out? I knew that was gonna slide. God dang it. But yeah, so COVID is still around. I feel fine. I feel completely back to normal, except for little moments of like I just mentioned, like the brain just completely clouds over, and it was like, what was I just doing? What was I going to do? What the fuck is going on? And I'll actually, like, I literally had to like bring up my internet history and go back a few minutes to find out what I was about to, like, it was because I was doing something, and then I had a thought about something, like a puzzle, like an IT puzzle I was trying to solve, and then by the time I went, okay, yeah, I think that'll work, and like look back at the screen, it was, oh shit, what was I working on? That wasn't that. Fuck. And it was like a time-sensitive thing. So, other than that, and then the cough shows up in the middle of the day and doesn't go away for a little while, and I'm the annoying person in the office that's just hacking up a lung. But thankfully, the lethargy, the joints burning and all that bullshit, thankfully that appears to have left me completely. Why does this map look so different? Why does this map look so familiar? Was it a track of the day? Yes. Whether or not you're trolling, I don't think you are. I think you're being sincere. Yes. This is called Icy Blalamo by Matt DTO. Matt DTO made a map called Blalamo for a November track of the day. Has it been that fucking long now? But the day that they released this as a track of the day, we were also given an icy version. Or maybe even slightly before. And the icy version is, as you can see, quite lit. Quite lit. I'm not sick of this map at all. I've enjoyed every single run for the most part. And it just should have been ice the whole time. And it's just on the ragged edge enough of being possible in all the gears that you need to do it in to be fast. Like, this needs to be 4th gear and it's not. Similar to Mortal Kombat, okay. And it's called Guilty Gear Strive. See, I for a second thought that was a Metal Gear Solid thing. That's where my brain kind of went quickly. I'm just not, like, when I was a youngin', I was a more proper gamer. I've always had this thing where I don't just play a bunch of games. You know, that's never been my thing. It's always been a focus on one for periods of time. Like when I got into Guitar Hero as a kid on PlayStation 2, I learned how to play it with the controller instead of the guitar because you can be faster. I modded the family PS2 and started writing my own songs, not my own songs, but converting songs by artists that I really enjoyed into guitar tabs. I didn't know how to play guitar, like actual guitar, but converting them into guitar tabs that the game could read, and then fucking with the software enough to get the game to play with my custom software. I never actually got it to work, now that I think about it. I never actually got it all the way working. So close, but I just invested so many hours and so many weeks to not have any product at all. I just gave up. But whether it was that or whether it was Halo, playing that all night and day, like considering going to MLG and all that stuff for Halo 2 specifically, Halo 1 and Halo 2. And then other than that, I mean, Mario Kart, I guess. Who hasn't played Mario Kart? Super Smash, a little. It's a Japanese fighting game made by the same people who make I don't know what that is either. Have you seen the movie Battle Royale? That's a Japanese movie, right? That was so lucky that didn't just wipe me out completely and instead chose to be nice to me. The game is not known for being nice to you when you need it to be. This is gonna be too far gone, I think. Yeah, it feels that way. I have literally never played Mario Kart. Wow. Wow. I played Mario Kart on Super Nintendo. I played Mario Kart on Nintendo 64. I played Mario Kart on Game Boy Advance. Played it on GameCube. That was actually one of my favorite ones on GameCube. Forgetting which one specifically. There were a few. I don't think it was 8. It may have been 8. I don't remember. Played a fucking ton of GoldenEye on Nintendo 64. GoldenEye, and then Perfect Dark, which is the sequel to GoldenEye. I wasn't even into the James Bond movie or the James Bond franchise. Just something about GoldenEye. 007 GoldenEye. I scoured the internet for, you know, tips and tricks and, you know, did a little bit of speed running, I guess. I just loved playing it. It wasn't really about the times. I suppose in modern day you would call it some kind of speed running. I guess you could call it like 100%ing. I just really enjoyed getting everything I could out of him. Right to the wall. Oh, what's up, Mrs. Peanuts? We trying to sneak up on this? No. Sneak up on what? We're just driving. We're just doing some laps. Burning some gasoline. That's all. Hanging out with our people. Listening to some music. Nothing going on here. No. No. No pressure. Well, I'm happy you came by. Cannot say the same for your other half. Apparently, so overwhelmed in good streamers. And I see I lost. I had somebody, I don't know if I told you guys this. I may have already said this. I had somebody at work the other day randomly say to me something along the lines of like, hey, that was really funny, or you're funny today, or something kind of offhanded like that. And I said back, thanks, I'm trying my hardest to be. I'm legitimately these days trying my hardest all the time at it. You know, between the stream and some other stuff. Ooh, not bad here. This feels 105-ish. .106 maybe. The 104.6 on our like 23rd run. So already back to where we were last week in 7 minutes. Not bad. He'll be in shortly? Yeah, I'll believe it when I see him. So I said, yeah, you know, I'm trying my hardest to be. And she said, your sense of humor is just really appreciated and needed around here. And it just still has stuck with me a few days later. Just a very unique thing to say. Very kind thing to say, too. And it's just nice to be noticed in that way. Like, it's a fine line, right? Between being viewed as like a class clown, can never be taken serious kind of jokester, and somebody who is respected and valued and listened to, but also admired for having a sense of humor and a personality. That's right in the sweet spot, I'd say. Oh, who's this? Oh, it's Roasted Peanut 14. Hello, whoever you are. Welcome, great to see you. Thank you both for coming back. I'm just giving you a pile of crap. You don't have to pick me. I appreciate that you did. I used to say that all the time. Basically what our intro was. A lot of good entertainment on the internet right now. Appreciate you spending your time with me. So, I appreciate you coming by. You have such a nice sense of humor, I can't describe it. You don't punch down. Oh! That's one of my favorite things about streaming right there. Is, you know, you're doing your thing, you're talking, and then you look left, or I do anyway, I look left, to look at chat and try to download what I can, interpret what I can, respond to what I can, but in the message you land on, the random one, and it's that one. Thank you very much. There's so much darkness and cruelty, and the internet lately just seems like it's been bringing out the worst of us. You know, between these echo chambers that we end up in with these fucking algorithms, and like the algorithms and the AI are doing what we've told it to do, but that is terrible for us. So how do you stop? But it just seems like there's been a lot of negativity and darkness and pessimism and all that stuff. And like, look, I'm only gonna change the world so much, right? I can only change it so much right now from what I'm doing. I can only have so much impact and so much to do with everything that's going on in the world. It is impossible for me to have anything to do with all of it, right? So all things being equal, we're all living on the same planet, right? Why not try to, for no other reason because I can, view the positive instead. And try to focus on being funny and bringing some entertainment and not look at it as this useless, nonsensical clown show, and instead look at it as listening to what people are saying to me and that they appreciate coming here and they have a good time, and sometimes I cheer them up, and just being around the community and everything, they feel welcomed and accepted and respected. I don't know. Not even sure what my larger point was there. I don't know where I was going. Just kind of found myself down a path. Oh, Matt DCD, hello. Stream is Cap. Hey. Hey, wait a minute. That's not good, right? That's bad. That's the opposite of fact. Coke Moke is the best extreme. Change my mind. What is that? What are you talking about? Coke Moke? Good Boeing pilots look left and right but can't look back. As long as you don't look back, the door is still there. Funny you say that. I was just watching a documentary on Boeing like an hour ago about how they went from being like on top of the world to now having planes where both their engines fall off, the doors fall out of them. They make the worst financial mistakes now, like just burning cash. This is what happens when the needle always needs to go up, right? No matter what. We need to protect the shareholders, and we need to protect the stock price, and it must go up, it must go up, it must go up. Like, they threw away all their good plans. They threw away everything they knew that worked about building airplanes, and instead, like, tried to do it in a way that would save them money, and, whoa, surprise Pikachu, well, that didn't fucking work 3 times in a row. It said cockmock? Cockmock. Okay. Now I've said that. Where boom is, you're gonna translate. They'd make more money if US went to war. See, I'm having another brain fog moment. I don't even know what you're talking about. I read a few messages and I completely forgot the last 5 seconds. There's a Ron Jeremy joke in there somewhere. I take it back. Dark Odyssey is better. That's fine. I wasn't even following anyway. So, anyway. A lot of pessimism and nonsense and whatever out there. And I was in a dark place for a lot longer than I realized. It took a really long time to kind of take a look at my loop. That makes if you've seen the show Westworld, that's what I'm referencing. But it probably makes sense even if you haven't. These loops we get in, these routines, the day-to-day, this is my programming, this is what I do. I do this, and I do this, and I do this, I do this, and this is the scope of my life and all that, right? And I just realized that as much as I joked around about it and, you know, made it like it wasn't a big thing, I spent like 80-90% of the time and my days like horrendously depressed. Like so passively okay if I wasn't here. But like my upbringing and some traumas and some things that have happened in my family, that's not how you leave the world. You don't do that to your people. Because then your people, nobody gets closure. You don't get closure. because your last thought is probably, oh shit, this was a huge mistake. You hear that all the time from people who either survived their attempts or had people talk them off the ledge. I mean, the ones you hear about anyway, right? Oh, that was dark. What's up, FFJ Alamau? Welcome back, great to see you. What is your watch streak? Feels like you've been here, God, for like a month straight. Thank you for coming back. I keep trying to miss you. I keep streaming on different days. You keep finding me. Hey, wait a minute. Where's our Australian prof redeem? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. I think I can fix that right now. And I think I just might. Viewer rewards, channel points, manage rewards. That was, I found my way all the way here. That was quick. Okay. All right, okay. Add new reward. All right. Okay. All right, let me just. Okay, is that live? Do you already see it? I hit create. It's there. It's the only one that doesn't have a prof logo for an icon. Or do I have to hit save somewhere else? No, it looks like it's saved. Now, yeah. Already. All right. Australian Prof it is. For a couple minutes. Prof, did you not see my 10 stream streak? I'm sorry, I looked away. Matt DCD. 10 stream streak. Thank you very much. 10 fucking streams. That's 5 weeks. Wow. I did promise you Australian redeem, and that was proposed last time, and I didn't make it. Toss some good eye mates and dingoes in there. All right, I'm gonna try to speak with an Australian accent here. I always trend British every time I do it, but I'm gonna try. Oi, all right. Down through the. All right, into the left-hander here, the first left-hander. God damn, I cannot do this accent. I can't do it. I can do like almost every American accent. I can do a British one okay. This one escapes me. All right, third gear. Fourth gear. God dang it. Accident may or may not be included. Did I write accident? I may have. No, I didn't. You almost got me, though. You did. We should get Tyler Mayhem to rate us. Oh, is Tyler alive? Alright. Alright. Not hunting anything here. Nothing being hunted here. Just hanging out. Right side up in Aussie land. Aussie land. I gotta head down to Auckland to pick up some kangaroo, mate, with my mates. Do some rock climbing. If I could do this, I think if I wasn't on camera, I wouldn't feel so awkward. Why are you upside down? Oh, Sammy Ray, what a perfect time to walk in. Hello, Sammy Ray, and welcome back. Great to see you. I'm upside down because we now have a new Australian Prof redemption. A new Australian Prof redemption. And that means Canberra gets slipped right side up for the Australians. God, what a terrible. I'm so bad at this accent. I don't remember the last thing I was this bad at. Other than this map, apparently. Oh, Sammy Ray, the menaces are in the bedroom because they were menacing me. In case you're wondering. Yuck! Yeah, a little too much. Frick! Wrong country? Oh, I said Auckland, which is in New Zealand, which is a totally different place. Dang! That's my bad. What's world record? Close. Close. Right there. 103.0, and we're at a 103.1. You can't get much closer. Knocking on the door. Hello? New Zealand. New Zealand. You freed them. And they're not menacing you, it seems. How do you do... Somebody teach me how to do an Australian accent. Like, what is the one thing I should be focusing on? Because I feel like you can recognize an Australian accent, feels like. I can even usually tell the difference between Australian and New Zealand. Oi! Oi, tree! You bloody cunt! No, that was British. You don't say bloody in Australia, do you? You don't say bloody. What would be your version of bloody if you don't say? Because we don't say that shit here. Nobody ever says bloody here. Except if you've been shot and or stabbed. Or I suppose if you're ordering a Bloody Mary. Just wait until there's Vegemite in the cabinet. I can't do accents because a southern accent overpowers it. You have a southern accent, Blood Fury? See, I've been doing the Australian accent so long tonight, I couldn't even do a southern accent. I'd have to, like, actively shift out of this. I do like doing a southern accent, though. Rubbed. That's not bad. Say that for 2 hours and you'll be an Australian streamer. What? That's not bad. There's a class that my friends are taking and they say half the stuff they watch is just blood. What? I need way more context. There's a class that my friends are taking, and they say half the stuff they watch is just blood. Okay. Yeah, I need a lot more than that. Oh, I have a browser open, that's why I suck. Alright, time for some gangsta shit. Alright. Prof, what are you doing? Get off the ceiling! This guy's name is Conscience. It's like one of those artists that like Logic just named himself one word, one very ubiquitous word, right? Oh, that's kind of fast. Oh, I went right into the snow. Dang it. So I get for looking at the speedo. Whataburger. I don't think I've ever had Whataburger. They don't have that in my locale up here in New England. I just realized I moved the camera up because I looked like I was standing too tall. But I slouch when I play, apparently. I'm gonna leave it right there. I need a Paula Deen accent so I can put 2 pounds of butter in my meatloaf. I can't do a Paula Deen accent. I know who that is, but I don't recall what she's still alive? They're taking health and they say it's a whole lot of blood. All right, sounds gross. Public South or Whataburger South? That is how a lot of people describe the United States. Funnily enough, neither. I don't think neither of them. Interesting. Oh, sit stand reminder. All right, will do. Ah. Level 1 professors. Oh, getting a horrid glare off the screen behind me. Dang it, Sammy Ray, with your need of displays in the background. All right, that's probably good. Am I good? Am I cute? Am I cute? Your idea of fine dining was cheap Italian in a bank vault. Whataburger is disgusting. You don't get a say. Your idea of fine dining was cheap Italian in a bank vault. What? What? I did not see Ocean's 14, apparently. Cheap Italian in a bank vault. What? What? That's like an AI-generated sentence. Wait, why are we sad-facing Sammy Ray? Matt DCD, why are you sad-facing Sammy Ray? What did I miss? I freed them. Terrific. Oh, he's gonna be practicing the Aussie accent around the house now. Whoops, what? What? I don't know what happened. We're not sad-facing her. That looks like a sad face. On my screen, it says Sammy Ray sad face. Oh, see, I keep forgetting what I'm saying 3 seconds after I say it. And I know that's kind of par for the course for a prof stream, but lately, it's just been worse lately. Like, that is my experience of brain fog. I don't know if that's everybody else's experience, but that's what I've been noticing happening. Like, everything feels normal, everything feels fine, and then suddenly it's like, what just happened? This is fast. Wow, there's a time I would have killed for a little while ago. That would have been faster if I didn't even hit the tree. That was fucking pace, huh? How about that? 20 minutes of not hunting in? I remember the display thing. Sammy Ray is still a major W. That is true. The reason I say that is that she doesn't feel the need to send a message every 10 seconds, which I respect. Why would she? Why, I guess, why would that be the par? Why would that be the expectation? Oh yeah, because Matt DCD does send some messages. Sammy Ray I don't think has ever said much in chat. And I've never asked her to or anything. It's totally up to her. I don't even make her watch. She chooses, for some reason. Chooses to date me. Chooses to watch the stream. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know her reasoning for these things. I don't know. To those in the FBI, we don't mean kill. What? All right, can someone time me out? I can shut up. Matt DCD, aren't you always ask me to play lo-fi? I think this came up in my one Spotify playlist, and I grabbed it and was thinking of you. God dang it! This friggin' wall. So that was some pretty good pace. I don't know what else, other than a very fine ending, I suppose. Not a lot else I'm really missing from that run. It's funny, we could stop Matt DCD from communicating completely by just handcuffing him. I can't shut up. It's not like you're trying to verbalize anything. And kind of no matter what somebody does, as long as you can breathe, you can make a noise. But if you can't use your fingers, and you don't have voice command, how are you gonna type? With your toes? I think not. Can't put him on home row. Not gonna work. Fine ending is such a good lead for a joke. Roasted Peanut, are you talking to me? There's like 3 messages in a row. I don't know what you're talking about. Prop, do you just want to see my toes? That's kind of weird, not gonna lie. What? What? No? What are you talking about? No, I'm not even gonna validate that with a response. I barely even want to see. Oh, speaking of toes that I don't want to see. I was gonna say I don't even want to see my own toes. I had to look at my toes today though, because I may have broken one. In a really dumb way. So when I was a kid, I feel like I was my last years of baseball, so 13, 14, something like that. I don't know if that's true. I was on my way to a baseball game. I was like, my uniform on. I'm about to rush down the stairs out of my bedroom to grab my shoes and head out the door. And I slipped down the stairs. And the way I slipped, my foot went right out from under me, and I kicked the railing almost as hard as I could in socks. And I broke my middle toe. But I didn't know it was broken. So I went, my mom was like, just walk it off. Love you, Mom. And I went and played the game, and then right after the game, I took my sock off, and my toe was black. And there's nothing you can really do about a broken toe. They just kind of tape them together. So, anyway, a couple nights ago, it's winter, so we're running the fireplace. We got firewood up on the hearth and everything. And I always make sure I'm wearing some kind of foot protection, some shoes or my Crocs or something. Something on my feet, just in case something falls. It doesn't break my toe. Well, I didn't the other night, and I went over there and went to go stoke the fire really quick, and I picked up a log, and it shifted the pile, and a log rolled off and landed right on my friggin' toe. Right where my toe meets the meat of my foot. Like, it didn't, not on the edge, not on the end of my toe or anything. Right where that joint starts, where your foot turns into a toe, is right where it just smacked right into. So I have like this quarter-sized black and blue spot at the base of my toe. Thankfully, I didn't jam it. It's not from walking. It's not from any kind of motion like walking. So I can walk just fine. It's a little bit of discomfort. But yeah, that's my toe story. So no, I don't want to see your toes. I don't even want to see my own. Picture me as the Andy Richter in the back of the room. Okay, I got that one. I got that one. Conan O'Brien. I got that one. You just told me to type with my toes. I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you to do anything. Most importantly, I didn't tell you to do anything with your toes. I said, you said somebody needs to time you out because you can't shut up. And I said, if we just tied your hands together, that would shut you up because you're not talking, you're typing. And then I said, how would you type, right? Because I still can't hear your voice anyway. I said, you have to type with your toes. No, I didn't say I want to see any of that. Once your toe goes black, it ain't going back. Okay, that's not true. My toe did go back to its pasty white. Eventually. Prof, stop hurting yourself. Prof's gonna have to get some steel-toed Crocs for his fireplace. It was so dumb. I always make it a point to have shoes on or at least the Crocs, just something over my toes, just in case. And you just learn this habit when you work in a garage, when you work around tools and stuff just falls. It almost doesn't matter how careful you are. Stuff just happens, and you can only get your feet out of the way quick enough. And I danced as soon as I saw that log falling. I danced and maneuvered, and I got out of the way enough that it only hit there. Anyway, if it didn't fall off, that was only purple, trust me. Oh, the nail? You mean? That I've heard of that happening to people, that like eventually their nail falls off. You ever gotten one of those bruises under your nail that needs to like grow its way out? And you watch it grow over months and months? Or have you ever gotten one under your nail and chosen to not do that and instead pop it, like take a hot needle and go right through your nail? I've had blood blisters. If you've never had a blood blister, you probably have. It's just when you cause a trauma, like a pinch. You probably had one. Cause like a pinch damage on like an extremity or something, and it breaks the capillaries under the skin, but your skin doesn't actually break. So there's blood pooling under your skin a little bit, not pooling, but you know, a little bit. I've had those and I've popped those and massive relief. Anyway, wow, this conversation has devolved. All right, FFJ. Probably hope your toe is fine. You have a wonderful stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm sure my toe is fine. And even if it isn't, I'm not going to do anything about it. Darn you, Newton. Had to go invent gravity. I've seen a lot of necrotic toes in my day. One fell off in my hand. I don't even have anything funny to say about. That's just sad. It's just sad. And I guess thank you for your service to humanity, because we're running into an issue here. Like, Japan is ahead of the world in so many ways. Technology-wise and culture, stuff like that. They're also way ahead of the world in the fact that their entire population is very old. Most of their population is very old. And they're running out of people to take care of the older people. And the new people are not procreating. So it's going to turn into kind of a big deal. Like, who's going to take care of all these old people? I had this conversation with a coworker of mine. And he was saying that... He says a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that I disagree with. But he said something about overpopulation. Like, just offhandedly mentioned people who think the world is overpopulated are wrong. It was paraphrasing what he said, and I kind of went, I don't know if I vibe with that. There's a lot of people, man. 8 billion. 8 billion people. And we only had like 2 billion 100 years ago. That's a lot of people. And the Earth is a finite resource, and we live in a capitalist society. It's not a combination for success. And he said something like, he started to do that fake news thing where, like, instead of just admitting they're wrong, they just decide, or they try to convince you that nothing's true, or we can never verify anything. Like, they'd rather throw away all of truth than concede this one small point. It's kind of what it was. And he said, first he said, there's 8 billion people in the world. If you gave everybody in the world, all 8 billion people, property in Maryland, the state in the United States, which is not a large state, a medium-sized state. If you gave everybody in the world property in Maryland, they would all get half an acre. Right? Now, how does that sound to you? Maybe. I don't fucking know. You know, you start doing some math in your head. There's got to be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of acres in Maryland. And I don't know. How many acres are in a square mile? Whatever. Wasn't going to stop the conversation and, like, fact check him, right? It was just like, whatever. So I kind of said, okay, what is your point? Like, that's still 8 billion, man. 8 billion. Just the number. 8 billion. And we had 2 billion 100 years ago. And he kind of said, you know, we can't really know for sure how many people were around 100 years ago. And I'm like, whoa. Then what are we even talking about? We had census 100 years ago. We employed people to go walk around the country and count people. Like, why'd we do that then? Anyway, so that it was like this whole, like, he found himself in a corner, so he was like, I guess we'll never know, actually. I guess we'll just never know. Anyway, so that night, I'm driving home, and I'm thinking about it. 8 billion people get half an acre of land in Maryland. In Maryland. That almost sounds too good to be true. Huh. So anyway, Nexmo and I did the math later, and he's off by a factor of 1,000. If you gave everybody on Earth land in Maryland, there would be 1,000 people per acre. 1,000 people. Not one person, not half a person per acre. 1,000 people per acre. If you gave everybody on Earth land in Alaska, which is the largest state in the country by a huge margin, it would still be 500 people an acre. Still, if you gave every American, not even every, fuck the rest of the world, if you gave every American land in Alaska, they would get 1 acre each, because there's about 400 million people and about 400 million acres in Alaska. You still don't get everybody gets half an acre. It's just... I mean, what am I gonna do? The next day fact check him? Like, hey, by the way, another thing we were talking about, you were wrong. And watch him go, well, I didn't even say that. That's just what you heard. I said 8 million, like, we did the math. If it was 8 million people in the world, they would get about half an acre. But we don't have 8 million people in the world. We have 1,000 times that. And growing by the moment. I guess, actually, I'm not... A lot of talk lately of how birth rates are actually going down. How do you guys feel about, like... Because we get our pets spayed and neutered, right? Hear me out. Let me preface this by saying I'm not advocating that humans get spayed or neutered. Unless you agree. But you just... I've been watching, like, not court dramas, but, like, court recordings and stuff, where people will just, like, openly say, like, yeah, I can't afford to go to jail because I have 9 kids. I have 9 children. Oh, and what do you do for work? I'm a custodian, or no, I shouldn't say custodian. Oh, I clean houses. Or I drive for Uber. It's like, you have 9 fucking kids. Oh, and you're pregnant with another one. And it's just like, Earth is a finite place. It's a finite place. and you need to 10x yourself. Like, I guess that's the part I have issue with. You even I don't have that big of an ego where I feel like, you know what the world needs? 10 of me. You know what the world is missing? The only thing this world is missing? 10 more of me. And somebody else, I guess. Anyway, what are we talking about? I made someone throw up at Thanksgiving dinner before. I got more where that came from. Please don't. He did the Coffee Now thing. A little bit. A little bit. Coffee Now and I, though, are able to debate, but then come back together into the middle. Like, we're able to go into our, you know, don our helmets and kind of go at each other. But then we find our way to the middle. We can admit when each other are wrong. Like, quite honestly, me and Coffee Now, that's like one of the best relationships I have with somebody slightly on the other fence from me. What's up, good guy Owen? Great to see you. A little late? Not really. Not really, dude. I'm a day late, so you're not much later than me. The census, at least in the US, is grossly inaccurate. Now, what makes you say that? We don't go 1880 style banging on people's doors and counting. That's the number I want to know. Well, that's what I was referring to. That's what I was referring to happened back then. Nowadays, I thought that's what happened. I do know we send out a document and everything, but anyway. If you have $80 billion, you can give every person in the world $1 million. No, that's not true. That's not true. See, that's the kind of math that'll get you in trouble. That's why we have condoms. See, but no, see, no, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem, right? Like, what is the cheapest option, right? What is the least expensive option? That is no birth control of any kind. And just, you know, in the United States anyway, sex ed is woefully lacking. We're so weird in this country about sex. So weird. Like, violence and beheadings and blood and gore in video games and movies, totally acceptable. Totally fine. Totally fine. But a bare breast on television? What about the children? I've always agreed with Europe a lot more on that. Like, anyway. To be honest, we put several people in one house. What are you talking about? Your family? Jay Doggerson! Mods, can we get a shout out to... Is there any mods here? I don't see any mods. Oh, we're flying solo tonight. Wait, that didn't work. Big shout out to the handsomest bald icy streamer, Jay Doggerson. Welcome back. Talk about sex and IP here. 80 billion times divided by 8 billion equals 1 million. Math. No. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I heard something once that if you, like, the scale of these numbers is just outrageous. Like, if you went back in time, like, 1,000 years. I'm gonna get all this math wrong. But if you went back, the one I know most certainly is if you went back in time to the time that the country was founded, my country, in the 1700s, and you made $1,000 an hour, every hour, or $1,000 a minute even, every minute since then, you either still wouldn't be a billionaire or wouldn't have as much money as some of these billionaires do. Amazing. Yeah, fact check me, please. I freely admit that one of those numbers is going to be wrong. But I heard this thing once that your goal shouldn't to always be right or to necessarily memorize a bunch of facts. What your goal is to hone your critical thinking so that when somebody says something, you can at least do some math in your head, or at least connect a few dots that get you in the room of the right answer. That get you within a magnitude of 10 is always like my goal. is to be within a magnitude of 10 of the actual answer. It's always my goal anyway. I heard that once. Like, if you can get within to be a magnitude of 10, that's really... You can't really expect to be much better than that on a guess. So whether, and you learn different ways to do that, whether that's rounding the math up and down, and I combine that with my salesman math of take everything and multiply by 10 or divide by 2. Every number given, right? How many cars are you expecting this next allocation? Well, divide that by 2 just in case. How long is that going to take? Well, multiply it by 10 just in case. How much is that repair going to be? Oh, it should be like 150 bucks. Well, let's budget 1,500 just to cover all the bases. But thank you for coming by, Jay Dargerson. It's great to see you. It's voluntary to participate in the census. Certainly, there is some skew of people who don't care, are not literature enough, or non-English speaking. How voluntary is it? There's some kind of punishment, I thought. I could be wrong. Apologize for the stifling. $1,000 back then. No, I did not. I don't mean $1,000 back then. I meant $1,000 in today's money. Just counted every minute or every hour. Excuse me. Since then, god dang. Excuse me. My goal is to live long enough that Prof gets the next map. I don't know if I'm gonna live that long. I don't even know what the next map is. I might just stop playing this game. Go out on top. I mean, what else do I want from this game exactly? I mean, let's talk about that. Not in a scary way. I don't want you to think this is like one of my last streams of Trackmania. I have no fucking plans on stopping. This is all a joke. But when I started the stream, one of my far off dream goals with the stream was imagine getting a world record and imagine doing that live. That would be crazy. I've watched Virtual do it, and it would just be incredible to do that. And I bet I never will. And I'm fucking working on my third one like it's nothing now. I've won Div 2 in Cup of the Night more than once. We've been raided by some really big names. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about broadcasting and content creation, and I've become a lot more of a cultured person through conversations with people all over the world. People who agree with me on things, people who don't agree with me on things. I'm a much better person for having started the stream. And I just can't imagine my life now without it. And it's still a little surprising to me that I went so long without doing it. I had all the puzzle pieces, I had all the ingredients to do it. It's depression. US is a backwards country. Oh God. We must protect this house! This is our house! We're being invaded by the Australians. Hold on. Let me become one of you people. Hold on. Let me blend in. I'm one of you. I'm good. Oi, good day, mate. Oh, oi, Tyler, you bloody cunt. How you doing, Tyler, mate? A science teacher I had in high school taught us it's better to take an educated guess on the exact number rather than try to force your brain to remember every number you might read. Yes, Blood Fury, exactly. Learn how to make connections to this data and contextualize the data rather than it just being a number. Yes, exactly. There'd be a meme that it literally wasn't worth it for Bill Gates to bend up and pick up a $20 bill. Yeah, yep, that, exactly. Voting is optional. I have heard other countries will fine you. I'm unaware of any country that will jail you. But there is a civil penalty for choosing not to vote, which I wouldn't say that I necessarily disagree with. I'm not saying I agree with it enough to implement it, but I see this spirit. You know, you're just gonna, you know. Oh, that was the other thing my coworker was saying. That guy who said everybody in Maryland would get half an acre. He is saying he doesn't think everybody should vote. He doesn't want to say those words, but that's what he's saying. Because like, well, you know, it used to be that you had to be a landowner, and I'm thinking we should go back to that. I'm thinking you should be a landowner to vote, and I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? When land is the most expensive it's ever been, and half of single-family homes are owned by corporations, suddenly those are the only people that can vote. You see, I would benefit from that, and I'm completely against that. Completely. But hello, Tyler Mayhem. Sorry, I did not fully say hello to everybody and all your friends here. That's my bad. That's my bad. It is me, your boy Prof. Welcome, everybody. You may call me Prof. You may call me the Prof. Why am I even introducing myself? You all know who I am. And I'm not saying that like in a cocky way. I'm saying that if you're watching Tyler Mayhem, we all watch the same people. So hello, and welcome back, most likely. That's more English than Aussie. You got to see this video. What is the video before I click on it? Because I'm in a groove here. Pi equals 3. Yuck. So we are a 10th away from the world record on this one. A 10th! A 10th! I remember when this world record was a whole 2 seconds away. Then it was like a second and a half away for so long, and it just felt like an ocean. And now we are on the shore. And we just need to walk up the beach. That's a bad entrance this turn. Yeah, I couldn't get wide enough without hitting the snow to... You want to get up and over... Oh, it's already hit. That's that snow strip. You want to jump up and over it. You want to touch the snow as little as possible, and you also want to keep your wheels turned. I learned that at run like 3,000. Keep your wheels turned, and then you want to keep the wheels as straight as possible as you guide into that next turn. You want to hold every K you can, and that's how you do it. I've noticed I've been playing this map so long, I don't even explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. The steamed ham scene from The Simpsons, but Aussie dubbed. Crash out, couldn't tell you where. It's funny how that happens to me too, Tyler Mayhem. You know, I get qualified for Cup of the Night, I play as many rounds as possible, whatever. And then I immediately forget when I went out. It's like a dub's a dub and L's an L. Assuming $1,000 an hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 53 weeks a year. Why 53 when there's 52? 100 years in total would be 890 million. Then for $1,000 a minute would be 60 minutes an hour. Then the rest is the same, 53.524 billion. And I believe Musk is worth what? 300 billion? Or no, Bill Gates is the wealthiest man on earth, right? Because Microsoft just tipped over 4 trillion. I think he's 450 billion. Well, I don't care if I don't win, right? Yeah. Yeah. Ah, it's gonna hit. Yep. You can't go off that part sideways. Tyler, chill, dude. Chill. Chill. See, Bomber's half that? Yeah, it sucks. All right, I'll watch your friggin' video, Tyler Mayhem. You know how much I love when people come in and just start telling me what to do. It's like my favorite thing. You've been here when Screaming Rooster comes in, right? I think that's why Screaming Rooster doesn't come around anymore. Because Screaming Rooster will come into a stream and be like, hey, how's it going? And then you go, oh, pretty well. How are things with you, Screaming Rooster? Glad you asked. I've been working on this new campaign, and I think you should play it, and here it is, everybody. And it's like, oh, you're just a salesman. You just showed up at my door. You're just selling your wares. All right, let's watch this hyper important video from Tyler Mayhem. Let me get it queued up here. Give me a second. I don't like firing up YouTube while I'm streaming because my volume mixer on my computer, for some reason I can never get YouTube. Like I have YouTube on like 10% volume right now, okay? Like 10%. I can barely even move the slider down anymore. In fact, hold on. Maybe I might be able to fix that. What if I turn the volume of okay. Turn Firefox's volume down. Then I should be able to turn this up. Okay, I bet that'll work. Okay. All right, that worked. What was that? I think we're good. Good.
Well, dickhead, I made it, even with your bullshit directions.
Yeah, g'day, fuckwit. Maybe you should stop using Apple Maps, you shit stirrer.
Fuck up, mate.
Oh, fuck. Fuck's sake. Me roast is buggered.
Me roast is buggered. They say buggered?
I reckon I could get some Hungry Jacks and try to...
Oh, Hungry Jacks.
You absolute sick cunts.
Because there's already a Burger King in Australia.
Oi, cunt.
Skinner with his fucking shithouse cooking. Superintendent's
All right,
gonna...
I'm not watching all 3 minutes of that, but that is a fucking ride. I don't know if I've actually seen the regular version of that scene. Why did they pick that scene of any to dub over in Australian? This is your new Aussie accent. I'm a bit of a twat in it. Thank you for understanding, Tyler. But thank you for trying to send me some content. I appreciate it. I hope you're well, dude. Hope all is well. I made a map like a month ago, but haven't redeemed play my map yet because I respect the world record. Thank you very much, good guy Owen. I respect you respecting that. This is our longest hunt. It's not a hunt. Don't call it a hunt. Not a hunt. Hello, Coffee Now. But that's what Aussie's talking. Oh, okay, thank you. Hello, Coffee Now. Coffee Now, I think you were here when we got the last PB that put us just a 10th away. Yeah, way too far to the left for that to matter. Whatever Coffee Now wants to say. Great people on both sides. Oh, you're gonna make me debate Coffee Now in the middle of this? Alright, Coffee Now, I guess if you're feeling up to it. I know what I've been dying to ask Coffee Now about something. A couple of things. Dying to ask. But not wanting to blow up my stream. Because I've noticed when the stream turns political, even when it's a great conversation, for some reason, randoms come in and out and they take issue with it. And I think I had somebody once come in and was like calling me like butthurt and saying that it was because I only had like 8 viewers. It was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And who the hell are you? And you're one of my 8 viewers. How are you gonna insult something that you're a part of? Why is coffee better than tea? I have to go for this icebreaker company lunch in a couple weeks. And they sent us a couple questions to break the ice in the conversation. And one of the questions is, at what age did you have your first cup of coffee? And my answer is, I haven't. Pretty terrible icebreaker question. Can't tell us you're 0% ADHD prof. Deficient enough attention to watch a 3-minute video, but hyper focus on this. I'm not deficient to watch a 3-minute video. I just want to get back to my hunt. I can watch a 3-minute video. My ideal when I'm browsing YouTube is somewhere between 5 and 15 minutes. When I'm browsing YouTube these days, I'm mostly looking at the time of the video. I think the thumbnail and title, of course, important. But unless I'm in the mood to watch your 45-minute video, you almost couldn't make it enticing enough. If I'm just not feeling it. Wow, that just didn't cooperate. That sucked. That was fast right up until it wasn't. You just didn't care for the video, which is fair enough. Not that too a little bit, for being honest with each other. I didn't pick the video, right? It was suggested to me. I watched it. It's funny. I laughed. I didn't watch a lot of Simpsons. I can respect The Simpsons for what it was. Still is, technically, which is insane. What's fucking season are they in? The 27th season or something? How have you not run out of words to say? Not a hunt. Not a hunt. Watching a 45-minute documentary on ants yesterday was pretty awesome. Oh, don't get me wrong. I find myself down the rabbit holes. But just my ideal is somewhere between 5, 8, and 15 minutes. I like it to start with a 1, if possible. When you start getting into the 20-minute range, all right, if it looks in, as soon as you get over 30 minutes with me, it's like, fine. You expect me to have the attention to watch a 30-minute video? Absolutely not. I will watch an entire season of 45-minute episodes, though. No problem. Kill a whole day on that. I'm calling a rain check on this until Coffee Nut comes back around. You would enjoy watching The Fat Electrician on YouTube, even the ones that are 20, 40 minutes. Why? The Fat Electrician. Sometimes long videos are good when you have a lot of time. Have you guys noticed? I'm sure you have, right? To me, it's one of the most laughable examples of YouTube or a company just being so transparent about, like, we know you don't want to do this. Like, we're well aware that this isn't in your best interest and that this is only in our best interest, but we're gonna fucking do it anyway, because the line must go up. YouTube, especially late at night, I'll put out a video. I won't touch it, right? I won't be sitting there adjusting it, going forward, backwards, or pausing. I will just let the video play to the end. It'll then autoplay the next video, which will be 200% the length of the video I just watched. And if that one plays all the way through, it will then roll the dice and put on a 2-hour video. And me and Sammy Ray, if you're awake, you can attest to this, right? That her and I will joke around, and we'll either like come back from being outside. Oh, we left YouTube running, or the TV turns off, but YouTube keeps running, or whatever. Or we do wake up from like a nap on the couch. We'll pause the video and be like, or like we're watching the video play, and we'll be like, this is an 1.5 hour long video, and we'll hit pause. Sure enough, 1 hour and 45 minutes. They just so transparent with, we need all the watch time, no matter what, even if you're not actually watching, we don't care. Simpsons is on season 35. Come on. A day of doing nothing plus a 10-hour video is great as long as you keep your hands occupied. I wish I was more into audiobooks. I just haven't given them much of a chance. Every time. Thank you, Sammy Ray. Thank you. It's got to the point where, well, even that first video, as soon as it's about to autoplay to the next one, oh, here comes the 60-minute video. YouTube trying. There it is. Just YouTube so hoping you fell asleep, so they can just go through their list of sponsored creators basically and just give them a bunch of watch time. Nah. He tells a good story that draws you in. Oh, so he's like Virtual, but for electricity? The fat electrician. So what are his videos about? I read real books. Fair enough. I appreciate a physical copy of a book. I don't have a lot of... all the books used to be... I'm forgetting where. I think they're in a box over there, and then we got a bookshelf over yonder. But I will admit I have not sat down and actually read a book in some time. Just haven't. Again, we were talking about the internet. The human beings have designed internet and these algorithms and AI to make our lives as convenient and dopamine-filled as possible. Why would I sit and read a book when I can look at a screen that talks to me? It makes me feel the feel-good chemicals. Just don't have the speed there. Real stories about military people you should know. Why should I know them? Will we ever have a Sammy Ray stream? That's a good question. It's a good question. And the answer, it's a complicated one. Because it's no. And events that have happened. Audiobooks give great oration. Right. Not in fourth gear, yeah. So difficult to do this if you don't have that first gear. This is all pretty much for naught, but sure. I haven't officially crashed. Now I have. Sounds like news articles. Samuel Whitmore telling the British to get off his lawn. That rings a bell. The name definitely rings a bell, and I feel like that story vaguely. And I don't think it was even the beginning or the end of the Revolutionary War. It may have even actually like predated the Revolutionary War by quite a bit. Am I wrong? Concerning that decision, I have nothing but the utmost respect and full endorsement of such. Of Sammy Ray not doing a stream? That's not my decision. She's just shy. She's one of those people that has a lovely voice, but hates it. And thinks every time she hears a recording of herself, her first thing is, oh my god, my voice. And it's like, everybody hates their voice. Because you're hearing your voice with all this bass and fidelity in your head. And then you hear a recording of it that doesn't have that, and it doesn't sound like you. Sounds like a fucked up version of you. Couldn't be more wrong. What? About what? And I doubt that. I'm wrong a lot, but I don't know if I could be more wrong all the time. Or at least on whatever you're talking about. It only takes one bad apple to spoil the bunch. What? Isn't that the guy from the War Over the Pig? I have no idea. The true story of Sergeant Reckless. I'm not keeping up. All right, Coffee. Now, why do I need to know this stuff? Like, what is the value? Dang it. I hate even the voice I hear when speaking. Oh, well, that sucks. All right, fair enough. Always had a thought of starting one of those channels of... I've been watching this channel lately that, again, kind of like Virtual, just kind of fell into my queue one day. I'm not known for watching this type of video or anything, but YouTube tried one and it hit, and now this girl is in my feed all the time. Her name is Funky Frogbait, and she's they, actually, I believe they go by they. They just kind of talk about things on the internet that bother them, for lack of a better way of saying it. They're a commentary channel, but they make it a point to, like, their philosophy on being a commenting channel is whatever they're commenting on, like whatever video they're then showing to then comment on, their comment is longer than the clip of the video that they showed. Like, they try to make it so their commentary is longer, is more of the content than the video is, which feels fair. Anyway, I've been watching a lot of her lately, and it's just, or them lately, and it just feels like I could do that. Tyler Mayhem, I like your voice. You have a very unique and recognizable voice. I was picking my words carefully so that they didn't sound like an insult at all, because they're not. I just know your voice when I hear it. And I don't even know you that well. Let me know when Amazon makes a series on it. The Name of the Wind. You know what book I really liked as a kid? My Side of the Mountain. Any of y'all forced to read that in high school? I think I was, but then I went on to read, like, the other books in the series. Oh, shit. It's Crazy Man. We must protect this house! This is our house! What's up there, Crazy Man? I feel like I haven't chatted with you in some time, brother. Do you still stream? Nice to meet you. Good one. Good one. Big ol' shout out. No mods in chat tonight, huh? It's just me. Big ol' shout out to the Crazy Man. Thank you very much. Welcome, Crazy Man's viewers. It's great to have you. What's up, Yostick? Welcome back. Great to see you. You don't stream? Yeah. You just go in your own chat and then raid. Oh, welcome everybody. Don't call it a hunt. We're not hunting. We are just enjoying time on a map that we happen to be second in the world on. That's all. Nothing to see here. Just endlessly practicing. For what? I don't know. Just in case this map is track of the day or something. Not even once, not even once. Ah, nice. Did you mean to say that twice? I got it twice. I only see it on screen once, though. I've seen you stream at least 2 times in the last 6 years. I've attended at least 3 streams. At least I've had it on in the background. No, it has been a little while since I've been in your stream. Been a little while since I've been in anybody's stream, quite honestly. Because I used to watch Twitch during the day. Like, when I was doing my own thing at home, like when I didn't have an official full-time job, I would have Twitch on during the day while I was doing things and dropping in and out of streams and whatnot. But then at night, it's usually Sammy Ray and I hanging out, and I don't know how into watching a streamer she is after a long day, you know? Or how much I am, quite honestly, because it takes a lot more energy to participate in streams. That's why I appreciate all of you showing up and participating. It's not nothing. It is it's an action. It's not a passive thing. Way too low. That was okay. So my brain is shot. If it makes you feel better, I was working for 2 hours before stream and then decided, well, this is shit. Delete. Why do we do this to ourselves? I got to watch Sammy Ray just this past weekend go through like the stages of mourning, you know what I'm talking about? Like how you can just watch somebody go through them pretty fixed. Except it was for schoolwork. She went from, oh my god, I have to take a test this weekend, and I'm gonna do terribly, and I don't know the material at all, and oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, my friend just texted me, she took the test and she failed it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I got to watch her over the course of like 24 hours go from, oh my god, I have no idea what I'm doing, to, I think I know what I'm doing, to, alright, I might know what I'm doing, to, oh my god, I got a fucking 88 on the test. And then watching the imposter syndrome of, I could have done better. I could have done better. It's like, what the fuck was your goal? What were you hoping for? It's nice to know my chat messages are appreciated. I don't know if I said I appreciate them. Yours specifically. All right, Yostick. Thank you very much for dropping by with the Crazy Man here. I hope you are well. I hope you've been well. I hope you continue to be well. And if you're not well, I hope you get well. And if you are well, I hope you get even better. And if you're as well as you want to be, then spread it around, I guess. All right, here we go. The SD from hell. That's what I've been calling them in my head when I'm forced to take that low line and swing it way out wide. Because technically, that used to be dirt right here, so I think you actually do get a speed boost. Let's see how fast we can get down here. 322. That's faster than the world record. 311. That's gonna be fast. 318. I really get excited when I see the 320s. I don't think I've ever hit the 330s. That's what we're trying to, you see that? That's what we're trying to do. That's how we're gonna take the world record. Is by having a way more aggressive center section than anybody has done. Nobody does this line. The double drift. Because it's so hard and it's unreliable, and by the time you get to this part of the map, you don't really want to risk it. But that's where we're at now. Starting the drift here very early. Keeping the wheels turned over the jump. And getting into position with about 220, 230 speed. I'm trying to avoid fifth gear as well. Because if you hit fifth gear, it costs you more than you gain. Up and around the corner. All right, Crazy Man, you taking off on me? Or somebody else leaving that you're saying bye to? Oh, you're all leaving. All right, dude. Thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it. Thank you for the raid. And I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon. When do you stream? When should I catch you next? Oh, thank you, Coffee Now. I've lived with a master's student once. It helps if you can reorganize your priorities. Well, the one thing, so anybody who's into computers or programming, have you heard of the what do you call it? Not mnemonic. The troubleshooting mental experiment of explaining your problem to the rubber duck. Apparently it's a thing. I didn't find out about this until recently. But apparently coders and IT people will keep a rubber duck on their desk. And when they get stuck on a problem, they will just start telling that problem to the rubber duck. Starting at the beginning, they'll just walk through what they know, what they don't know, and at some point in explaining it, you'll realize a flaw in your logic or a hole in your logic that you didn't know was there. An assumption that you've made that you don't actually know is the truth. Like, you'll be like, and because of that, that means this. Does that actually mean that, though? Wait, have I verified that? And there's your fucking answer. Most of the time. I was speaking of which, I was on a computer today with a more junior technician. And part of my job is to help bring up the younger generation, the less experienced generation. Bring them, you know, especially older legacy systems and stuff like that. If they just never had a reason to know it, then, you know, take them right under my wing. And we're on this computer at one of my client sites. It should be a server, but it's not a server. It's hacky. Like this company has done some stuff well against best practices. Anyway, it's a very crude database, basically in Excel. Effectively. It's so old it might as well be an Excel database. And anyway, we're going through the list of reasons why, like, somebody screwed up and fat fingered a piece of data or some column of data, and they just purged a bunch of, like, historical data. And so they asked us to restore it from a backup. And that is easier said than done when your shit is this old. So we're troubleshooting the best way to implement the replacement of this data. And the younger technician is like, all right, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it in this order. I'm like, don't do that. You're going to waste so much time doing it that way. Just rename the folder, the corrupted folder, get that out of the way, and then drop the new folder in named correctly and try to make it a hot swap. Like, try to change as little as possible in this old fucking legacy system. Don't even change the name of anything that you're not actually going to use, kind of thing. Just from experience. So we do that, nothing changed, right? Nothing changed. The data is still missing. So he flips out. He's like, oh my God, we're fucking screwed. The data's been corrupted for longer than this. Are we going to have a backup? I'm like, just relax. Relax. What I'm seeing is that nothing changed. So we may have just put the data somewhere where it's not even looking for it, or who knows? We may have put the same data back. So he's like, okay, well, you know, what should we do to fix it? I'm like, well, we shouldn't do anything to fix it. We should break it first. It's called a sanity check. And these could just come automatically to me in my troubleshooting. As soon as you hit something where you're like, ooh, that's weird, you do a sanity check to make sure that the most basic test you can do right now is still a pass. To make sure that the internet's still on. Make sure the server's still turned on. Make sure you're even looking in the right folder, under the right IT admin login, for example. I was logged into the wrong one today and almost got myself in a lot of trouble. But I said, no, we're not gonna try to fix it right now. We're gonna try to break it. I want this. Right now it is pulling data from a corrupted database. I just want it to pull from no database. Let's get it to do that, and then I'll know where it hurts. And that's what we did. We pointed it at purposely the wrong place. It still didn't react the way we expected it to. We then changed that directory somewhere else. Then it started behaving the way we expected. But we wouldn't have found that out unless we tried to get it to break first. You would have just been sitting there all day scratching your head going, this is the right place, though. This is the name of the folder. This is where it should be. And you don't actually know that. You don't actually know that. The rubber duck debugging theory. Yes, if you hear it out loud, you tend to catch the mistake you made. That is what Sammy Ray and I were doing this past weekend. Because she was experiencing the logical fallacy of, oh my God, I know nothing. Like, have you ever seen that graph where when you start something new, you shoot up to this false confidence of, oh, I know a ton. And then that falls right off a cliff. And then you slowly build back. So you go from, oh my God, I know nothing, to, oh my God, I know a ton, to, oh my God, I know nothing at all. I know some stuff. I know some stuff. All right, I know a little bit. Sammy Ray was in that crash. She had put in all this fucking effort, all these hours, churning it out, watching these lessons and doing the work and pages and pages of notes. Like, I'm watching it. I know she knows it. So I just said, explicitly tell me what it is you think you don't get. Well, I understand this problem. I understand this problem. You know, it's kind of this problem. Okay, well, what about that problem don't you get? Well, I understand this part, and then it's this part, and sometimes I don't get this part, and oh, actually, wait a minute. I just found, you know, just stuff like that. Like, just forcing you to get out of your loop. Like, to get out of your fixed routine. Anyway. It is, oh, this computer's not military time, I just realized. How have I been reading the clock? It's 10:39 p.m. Whatever that means. 22:39. All right, SD from hell. Did not want to kick up that last gear. You don't really want 5th here unless you can keep it. Which, kind of can. 4th is really the ideal. From my experience, anyway. 5th, it just slows you down. You don't... The value add is not there. That was a pretty decent one. This is just so slow. If only that was faster. We've had a lot of different butt bump jumps on this hunt, and none of them are faster. I just replicated that twice. Too much. This is also a pretty terrible line to be trying this with. It's 2040, what do you mean? Yeah, it's 2041. No, sorry, 2241. You're a couple time zones behind me there, huh, Maniac? I didn't grab 4th. Look at how fast I am, and I'm in the wrong gear. I'm still in the wrong gear. Give me the friggin' gear! There it is, a little late. And it threw off all my line. And I can't get it back. Dang it! We're in the sunny state of Arizona. Oh, what's up, A-Lance? Welcome, welcome. Said back. First message ever is back. What's up, A-Lance? Thank you for being here. And yes, I believe, whose raid did you come over in? We got raided a couple times. From Tyler Mayhem, I assume Crazy Man, because that was the most recent one. Good buddy, Crazy Man. Tyler Mayhem, also a good cunt. A bloody good cunt. Oh, what a terrible gear. That run had some meat on it, and it just died. Oh, it was Tyler's stream. Allowing it. Yo, we out here! Loving cunt. You better be Australian. Oh. I must... Oh! This is what I accidentally just typed instead of driving. You guys notice the camera is working pretty consistently? Usually the camera dies once or twice during the stream. I made some changes there. Looks like they took. I have now forced the cell phone I'm using to stay awake. No matter what. If it is plugged in, stay awake. Never shut off. Never shut off the screen even. And it seems to be working. That was so cute. Please be a good run. That was such a cute section there. Whoa. It's fast, but it's not fast enough. 104.1. Hey, dang it, you buggered that run. Did I? I'm American as apple pie, and this month is my month. Oh, Black History Month? Well, welcome, A. Lance. Great to have you. Where are you from there? Can I call you Lance? Do you go by Lance? Or A? Hey, Lance! Todd Emo 123 has been following. Oh, what's up, Toddy Moo? Holy crap, 1 year, 1 month. When was the last time you were here, though? I do remember you. I remember trying to pronounce your name and deciding it was Tot Emu. But great to have you back. Welcome. Did you come in the raid too? I didn't bugger the run. Maybe a little. Go by Lance, the state of bourbon, horses, and the Tommy gun. Take it, the Tommy gun. Bourbon, horses, and the Tommy gun. Tennessee? I'm gonna go with Tennessee. Final answer. It's been a minute. I haven't been into Trackmania in a while, so I just popped to see how it's going. Well, I appreciate that, Toddy Moo. Thank you for coming back. It means a lot. I'm in a good place these days. I honestly, I don't remember the last time you were here, and it was a very eventful 2023 for me. Very eventful. One of the most eventful years of my life, quite honestly, in a good way, in a positive way. And 2024 so far has been an extension of that. Still doing the streaming thing. Still having a hell of a time. See, that was my second guess. Kentucky bourbon. I lifted briefly to try to hold the gear. That's the kind of finish we need. That's a very fast finish. 103.7 with no respawns. Ah, if I didn't respawn. I can't imagine Prohibition went over really well there. Probably not. Bourbon can only be from Kentucky. And we're the guys known for that horse race that, God dang it, the Kentucky Derby. This is what happens to my brain when I'm streaming. We were a moonshine capital of the US, yeah. Are you working these days? Probably last time. Oh my God, yeah, dude. So which time? Because I got fired in October 2022 from that job that paid me way too much. Way fucking too much. I mean, they didn't, but like, for what the work was, I still don't even know if it was enough, but it was a ton of money. I got fired from there. Then I went and landed this other job, which was like the opposite, where I purposely took a pay cut because I was working in the nonprofit sector instead. That fucking crashed and burned quick, and I got fired from that too. But then, I landed the job I have now, which is dope, which I wouldn't have found and wouldn't have applied for and wouldn't have landed and all that stuff had I not gone through the rigmarole and the trials and tribulations of the last couple years. So, are there any mistakes in life? Are there truly? Al Capone, not Al Pacino. We wouldn't have NASCAR if not for Prohibition. I wonder how different the world would look if we didn't have Prohibition to start the car culture, really, of souping up cars. What's up there, Blurg TF2? It's great to see you. Welcome back. We're just chit-chatting. We're not hunting. Don't call it a hunt. It's Friday night. It sounds like we're moving the stream days to Mondays and Fridays, by the way. Right now, they are Sundays and Thursdays. But we seem to keep moving those streams. And I'm really trying to get on a more consistent schedule, because I know that it just makes everybody's life easier. So I'm thinking about Mondays and Fridays instead. Thinking about adjusting the times too. Maybe streaming a little bit earlier. Right now we do 2200, or we do 2100 to 2300 Eastern. Thereabouts. I was thinking about maybe doing like 20 to 22 or 20 to 23 or maybe even earlier. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's your opinion? You're the ones that watch. I think I dropped in a few times during all that because a few times you were pretty upset and stuff. Yeah, I lost my shit a few times on stream, especially at that last job where I felt so disrespected and just so like railroaded, like, and so sold a bad bill of goods. Like, I thought we were on the same page. I thought we were gonna kind of save the world together, or at least my local township kind of thing. Like, that's so not how it worked out. And I was lied to. I was gaslit. I wasn't listened to. I was bullied. Like, these are supposed to be the good people. The understanding and hyper-progressive and anti-bullying people, and instead, they just do shit and act like it's normal. Oh dear God, which one? The Hatfields or the McCoys? We're cooler, West Virginia. I'm from the tri-state area. We've went over this in one of your streams. Ah. Trying to ask which one I side with? Do we really have the Hatfields and the McCoys breaking out here? Oh. There's a West Virginia and Kentucky rivalry? I didn't even know that. What started it? Is it Hatfields and McCoys? No, I don't think they were in different states, right? They were neighbors, or not. Are they neighbors? Their farmland was right up against each other or something? The McCoys said something like, "Hey, Hatfield, I don't like your hat." And I believe that is where the term the real McCoy comes from. I believe it's related to that beef, actually. They were beefing about who invented something first, or... All right, here we go. Can we hit 320 on the way down? Wow, that really slid. It is so hard to get this turn right. So fucking hard. It's hard to even describe what I'm aiming for. I want to dip my wheel down into the strip, but then I want the car to go completely sideways and pick up as much speed as possible. I then need to land at the right angle so I don't hit the rocks. That's too much angle. And I also need to land at a certain angle so that I'm gaining speed on the way to hold the gear. It's a lot that has to happen around this wall ride. And it doesn't help that I also can't see because of my ghost. You're getting massive lag? The stream looks solid to me, and we're streaming over Ethernet. And we're on the new laptop. Performance is good. So, don't know what to tell you. They were bordering the state. Oh. Oh, that link got destroyed. Don't challenge West Virginia, just assume your dominance and move on. You're related to the Hatfield? Are you really? The real McCoy comes from a cattle drive town. A McCoy set up a shop to cater to the cowboys and get them to spend their pay at the end of the drive. So what was the real McCoy? I thought it referred to an item or an article of some kind. A machine or tool or something. I do know the term then became very ubiquitous to describe the genuine article of just about anything, but... Okay, it's not the fastest computer that I have. We don't really have a Hatfields and McCoys situation where I live that I'm aware of. You have these family names that, you know, you hear for one reason or another. Either that maybe the family owns a car dealership, that those are big around here. This area is just so small and packed in though, like everybody kind of knows everybody, so. Oh, Jesus. Didn't mean to jump there. McCoy sold high-quality goods to the Cowboys. Ah, fair enough. Was my volume not all the way up? All right, no new PBs tonight yet. We did set a PB the other night, right at the end of the stream. Good one, too. Not an SD from hell. It's gonna be very difficult to get the speed I need. Somewhere around here is the right line. A little low. A little high. Let's see what we can do for speed. Can we get a green split? Pretty significant, actually. According to this, it was 6K under our best. But the speed of the checkpoint was faster. Alright, A-Lance. Thank you very much. I appreciate the well wishes. It's great to see you again. And I just hope you're well. Just keep your head up. I hope you have a great 2024 until the next time I see you. Speaking of head, what's going on with Deshaun Watson? That sounds like a football player. Oh, anybody watching the Super Bowl on Sunday? My sister is offering a Super Bowl party at her house. They do not watch football. I think they just want a reason to have people come hang out with their baby. Like, me and my sister have talked about football literally 0 times. Into the sign we go. Oh, that one hurt. If Lance is going, I'll need a hall pass in a few minutes. Why? Why, you gonna go fight Lance in the hallway?
I'm gonna go to the car wash and maybe the grocery store while everyone is occupied. Right now? What? Wrong gear here. There it is. Oh, shit. Wow. Practicing our speed. Man, this is tough. I mean, during the Super Bowl. Oh, duh. They're gonna be practically empty. That's true. I believe the NFL pulls in the most money of any organized sport. If I have that right. It's not necessarily the most viewed. Or has the most players, or has the highest paid players, although they might be close. $310 before the snow, wow. The Patriots were my team to watch around here. I got to live during their dynasty and got nothing out of it. Except, I don't know, a t-shirt. Football is just not for me. There's no punching. Oh, so you're more of a hockey girl? Hockey players seem to be... Hockey, the sport in general, the fans, the players, everything seems a bit more humble and more realistic and down to earth with hockey. Wow, just could not get that to cooperate. Into the snow, just couldn't straighten it out enough. So that guy I was gonna buy the car from, I will not get into the whole story, but where we left off was he was gonna call the DMV and find out what he needs to do to get the title so he can sell me the car and everything. And the way we left it was like all he needed to do was go pay the taxes and fees and he would have been fine. Well, come to find out, that's not even true. He happened to go down to the DMV and basically got a walk-in appointment, which is very rare around here these days. It was a free-for-all back before COVID. You just showed up at the DMV, hoped that you picked a lull, got a ticket, waited in line all day. Literally all day. Until they finally called your number and you can do your transaction and something was bound to be wrong with it. And you're gonna have to go back anyway. But during COVID, they switched to appointment only, and they've left it as appointment only. And I gotta say, I think everybody's the better for it. You can actually plan around, you know, your work day instead of taking an entire vacation day. What's up, GameScud TV? Welcome back. 2 streams in a row. Sorry you're late. Dude, I'm a day late. Great to see you, Gamescud. Nice relaxed stream this evening to wind out the week. I had a good week. I had a busy week, but it was a good week. I didn't stream last night. Man, I slept like a combined 10 hours last night. And I still woke up tired. But I just kind of kept punting on real sleep this week, and it caught up with me yesterday. I was just locked on the couch. So we're here today. Don't call it a hunt. This is not a hunt. Just leisurely driving. There just happens to be a ghost. We just happen to be in second place for this record. No big deal. Wow, that drift just killed me. You see what happened? I had it, but then... Oh.
Unstoppable.
Thank you.
I hereby
This snapped into too much of an angle, and I couldn't get it to See, I just did it again. I can't get it to unwind, and then I end up in the snow.
Peanut Rules 14 just gifted a sub to iLance.
Thank you very much for that gifty. That was almost pace, and that gifty would have hit during a pretty critical moment. So I'm actually kind of happy I fucked it up. But thank you very much for the gift out over to A-Lance there, Mrs. Peanut Rules. Very kind of you. I don't think A-Lance is still here to see it, but that's a very kind thing to do for them on the way out, and maybe they'll come back and enjoy it. Thank you very much for that gifty again. Mr. Peanut, what have you done for me lately? So according to a couple of sites, the NBA year-round makes... I love that I could just say weird shit offhand and somebody goes and Googles it for me. Makes around $10 billion in revenue, whereas the NFL generates about $18 billion. The Super Bowl is estimated, since no reliable figures exist, to make somewhere between $300 million and $1.3 billion every year. What a fucking range that is. Yeah, sorry, I can't give you a number more accurate than... I don't know, like 300 million to 1,300 million. It's gonna have a spread of about 150%. Yeah, time, it's funny to always, you hear these companies talk about like they'll buy a Super Bowl ad to brag about something they did. Like I saw one a couple years ago, I think it was Budweiser or one of these companies, they bragged that they donated $10 million worth of aid or water or... Oh, the camera just went. At a weird time, too. Just a moment. Interesting. All right, so that proved it's not actually the phone that is at fault, because the phone was still showing the picture. It was the laptop, actually. Looks like it fucked up. Oh, we're back. Hello. It's good troubleshooting. Good to know for next time. So we got a lot longer out of the camera than we usually do. Good 2 hours at least. Great freeze frame. Yeah, well, I wasn't smiling. I was smirking. But yeah, you hear about these companies. Oh my gosh.
Unstoppable.
Thank you, Mrs. Peanut.
I hereby pronounce you.
Oh, to Maniac.
Peanut Rules 14 just gifted a sub to Manuik.
Enjoy, Manwick. Long-time heretic maniac. Do you have a streak? You gotta have a few months under your belt, right? Yeah, there it is. 5 months? That's a 1, 2, 3, 6. 6-month badge. Nice. Thank you very much, Maniac. And thank you very much, Mrs. Peanut. 2 in a row. Thank you. I absolutely love doing random research on things I'll probably never need. It adds to my useless information database. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. I think we've talked about this before, but I'll say it again anyway. I read once or watched a documentary or something once that, you know, the science of laughter. Why do we laugh? Why do we find things funny? What is the evolutionary reason for that, right? And I heard something about, because what is a joke, right? A joke or something humorous is something unexpected. It's a pattern break. Like, you know, a nun and a priest walked into a bar and whatever, and then you're not expecting the punchline. That's what makes it funny. It's something to do, like it's hijacking or in the same highway in your brain as learning. Your brain gets this quick hit of, oh, I just learned something different. Hey, let me give you a quick little tickle to, because I want to do that again. I want to learn these little things or these little pattern breaks or whatever. I don't know. Something like that. Heard that once. I absolutely Sheep's Head. That's a sick badge. Ooh. Or was Sheep's Head an emote? May have been an emote and I missed it. I don't see the emotes in my chat here in Streamlabs. I do see them on screen when I remember to look, but I never do. We were playing a game of turn the sound down and see if the gunshots or fireworks. Oh! So, I also deal with something similar. It's always gunshots. Very rarely is it actually fireworks. But thankfully, my dogs don't give a shit. My dogs have never suffered from drama with fireworks or loud noises or anything like that. My sister's dogs, they need to get like a thunder vest and hang out in the bathtub with them, and interesting little quirk in the personality there. There are 2 peanuts. Yep. There's a roasted peanut, and then a less roasted and apparently more female peanut. They're both 14. Dos pinutos. I'm really just roasted in a dress after this many years together. I'm really just roasted in a dress? What? It's usually shots. West Coast, best coast. Ah, Tadimu, yeah, that would also do it. The streets south of us have had drive-bys? Oh, excuse me, that sucks. This is all the wrong gear. Still don't have the gear. There it is. Problem is I looked right at the gear instead of where I was driving. That was a lazy speed drift. That was not correct. I've caught Peanut's bizarre sense of humor after 18 years together. Anywho. Shall be around, sir. Unless you get shot. Actually, still show up if you're shot. Not an excuse to miss the stream. I'm like a minimum wage boss. So when are you coming in? Happen again. Too much drift. Couldn't get it to unwind. There's a very tight angle you want to land it. It's not fully 90-degree drifting. It's like 85, 88, something in that range where you're gaining speed, but you can unwind the drift when you want. It's a very calculated thing. All right, good guy, Owen. Thanks for hanging out, dude. We'll see you next time. We're thinking about changing the days of the stream, by the way. Right now it's Sunday, Thursday, but I'm thinking about doing Mondays and Fridays instead. If that becomes official, it'll be in Discord. But for right now, you can kind of bank on it. Something's got to change. The schedule just isn't working. And the option of streaming less is not an option. We're not doing that. We're gonna keep doing this thing. You got to keep working on your dreams, right? If you give up on your dreams, what's left? And if something is important enough to you, then it's important enough to schedule. I don't schedule a lot of things in my life. This is one of the only things. Stop hitting that thing. Without dreams, just capitalism. Holy shit. We did it! That's the world record! Oh my god! And it's a 1029! Did that just happen? Is it? What? It's done? That didn't feel real. This is real, right? Huh? Is it real? Holy shit! 4,673 runs. How many runs did our first world record take? Because I'm pretty sure it was like 4,660. Did that just fucking happen? I'm so used to not having it. This is real, right? It's real? Everybody's here? It's real, right? Right? I haven't woken up yet. Holy shit! I did it! Huh? It's done! Todd Emu, I was here for the Mika World Record too. You picked the best stream to show up for. Bones, also here for the last stream. I just seen some random names pop up. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh! What? That didn't even feel like that good of a run. It felt okay. But you know what it was? Look. As soon as I saw this, watch around this corner. So, it's speed drift from hell. Full send. Watch the number. 314, which isn't my fastest, but watch this number. I've never been this fast up this hill. We hit 350. Right there, 250 rather, 250 up and over the hill. I've never done that. Pretty decent end right there. Good enough. Full steer, full throttle, I didn't let off. And then just point at the finish. All right, it's sinking in. My blood pressure's coming down and I'm realizing I don't have to do this anymore. It's just done. That's it, right there. That's what I've been picturing for 6 or 8 weeks now. And did you see what the time was? The time is faster than what I said we were going to get. I said we were going to get a 102.970 or 980. That's a 102.921. That's the better part of a 102.8. Fuck. All right. I've missed everybody in chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just a wall of emotes. Oh my gosh. I'm just so unprepared for this moment. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, Jesus. All right. Jesus. Hopefully somebody clipped it. Oh man. Oh. Jesus. I'm just so unprepared for this moment. It's a good feeling, though. It's a good feeling. Finally pulling this off. This thing I've wanted to do for a good little while now is now over. It's a good feeling. The important part is to be humble and to act like you've been there before. All right. It's when you're too cocky, you know. That's what people don't respect. No, nobody appreciates that. So act like you've been there before. Act like it's nothing. Act like, you know, world records ain't no big thing. All right, what are we talking about? What's going on here? And if you're wondering, Prof, did you really have those props there for 2 months? The answer is no comment. And Good Guy Owen just fucking left. Good Guy Owen just left. 90 seconds before we got that. Save! All right. Wow. Maniac, thank you. Maniac was the first one. First one with the let's go. Lauro missed it, of all people, too. Thank you very much, Mrs. Peanut. Blood Fury Coffee Now. Thank you very much. Coffee Now. Finally! World Record 3. Finally. How many times have you typed WR3? Dozens. Dozens, it feels like. God damn. Thank you, Roasted Peanut, again. Steve, you are always here in the background when we pull one of these off somehow. Somehow you always manage to do that. I'm so happy you are here. First stream forever, and you get it hours after hours and hours. 32 combined hours of stream. We were on this tonight for about an hour and a half. 200, this was our 200th finish was the world record. 8 finishes tonight. 4,673 resets. How many resets? Thank you, Coffee Now.
Coffee Now has joined the Heretics.
Thank you very much, Coffee Now, for the gift. Yet over to Ruiz TM. Oh, there's also, oh, it's 3. You did 3. Sorry, that my chat is, I'm way up in chat. I didn't actually see the message. Thank you very much for the 3 gifties to Bones, the Guy Shy, and Ruiz TM. Bones, hopefully you're still here. Great to see you. Thank you, everybody, for this wall of love. God, I live for this shit. Live for this shit now. That's all I've wanted for 2 fucking months now, is to finally get here with you guys. And I knew we were gonna get here. I never doubted we were gonna get it. All here together. I'm so happy we accomplished it live together. I did some hunting off stream. I would argue a combined 3 hours maybe off stream, maybe round up to 5 just for even numbers. It was only really a few nights just when I had some time to throw at it. And I did knock down the world record when I had some time to focus, but I'm so happy that our biggest world records just happened live, or our biggest PBs just happened live. We did touch the outside there. That's pretty. 314 is not the fastest I've gone, but it's good enough. And then this right here. What a monster. I'm almost scared to put the other ghosts up against this, because I'm now scared to see how close that we actually were and when we passed them, because I don't know. This is not my fastest end. Oh no, the PB is. The time is. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Peanut. To Toddy Moo.
Peanut Rules 14 has joined the Heretics.
Thank you very much for the gift in over to Toddy Moo. Maniac throwing a gift into the mix. To the saltiest nut gargled. That's a bad name. That's a bad name. I'm going to celebrate this world record by making new alerts. It's time. That was a PB by 2 fucking tenths. Are you serious? Thank you very much, Roasted Peanut. To saltiest nut gargled. Were those purposely gifted back to back to those guys? That's funny.
Roasted Peanut 14 has joined the Heretics.
Feels good, man. E, hello. I knew you were here. Thank you very much for being here, E. Blurred TF2. I'm here. What happened? I came back from Lurk. Nothing. Nothing happened. You missed nothing. You want me to show you? I'll show you exactly what happened. Ready for this? Ready for it? There it is. 102, 921. We broke the 102 barrier, just like I was hoping. A few streams ago, I proposed that this would be a 102, 980 or a 102, 970 back when I was at a 104. Wow. Wow. There it is. Shall we watch? Now that we have something to watch, let's do it. So here we go. It's your boy up against the greats here. Off to a blazing start. Whoa. That was third gear into fourth gear. That was not fourth gear the whole time. That was very difficult. So, world record with a lead. Pretty significant lead. When do I catch up? What a terrible line this was. That was not my ideal line. That's why this didn't feel real. Same speed. Slight gain. And here's the big pass. Short and sweet. Tucked it around the corner. Oh, that's so cute. And then just ghosted. Do you hear them coming? I don't know. I don't actually know if they're catching up. I've missed so much. I'm so behind in chat, guys. I'm sorry. I'm coming. Tree, I just got here and barely missed it. Damn it, Tree. Remember, it wasn't a hunt. It wasn't a hunt. Congratulations on the record. Huge accomplishment. I'm really proud of you. Thank you very much, Blurk TF2. I'm proud of me, too. So thank you, everybody, for the support. This doesn't happen with all you here. Or without all you here. Holy shit. What a Freudian slip. This doesn't happen without me having the motivation to be here and hanging out with my people and grind this out. I'm not doing this alone for 32 fucking hours, that is for sure. No being humble. Just putting on all the medals now. Yep. Those are really cool emotes to link together. Oh, the hearts and the... Wow, that actually does look really cool on my screen, too. 3 gifties for the third world record. Thank you very much, Coffee Now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're running in 3s tonight. Thank you, Mrs. Peanut. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, Roasted Peanut. Much appreciated. Ironic, isn't it? It's almost like I'm a nut fan club. Oh, Toddy Mill. Yep, enjoy the gifty. Wow. Need to publish this VOD. You fucking... I need to publish this and download it. Excuse me. Publish it and download it immediately. Before the audio gets cut out. Alright. Let's take a look. Alright, so let's do a few things here. Let's take a screenshot. So we need... Turn that off. I know, I bet this looks ridiculous right now. Give me a second. Okay. So we got that. I'm so fucking happy with that, man. And there was mention of no being humble. I'm still very humble. However, I was so sure that we were gonna get this. That's why I had all this shit, all this malarkey, all this. Oh, I forgot to do this part too. So, it is done. It is over. It is finished. We did it. We did it. Finally! Finally, we can stop playing this map! Oh my god! But it is over! It is done! We are officially the champions with a 102.9 atop the mountain! The climb is over! Alright, let's play some world record music, shall we? A playlist that I've had in the background here. Let's crank it up loud. We got anybody who's changing the title?
Yeah. Ooh, see where I took good day asking me who would have thought. I did. Keeping it humble in person, like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Okay, I'm lying. Straight to the fact. When
Quick, pop the champagne. I don't have any. I don't have any. What a fantastic fucking end to this week. I couldn't imagine being much happier. I could not imagine being much happier with that. That's. I'm wearing sunglasses so you can't see me cry. Is where this is coming from. Oh my god, we did it. We fucking did it. I didn't doubt it for a moment. Hard work beats technique any day. Could we have gotten this time sooner? Yeah. Could another player have gotten that time sooner? Sure. But they didn't. We are the fastest in the world. What was I even saying during the run? Because our first ever world record are those magnet-on sunglass lenses. They're clip-on. They clip. They wrap around the up and over. Tyler Mayhem! Hello? Yeah, you did. It kind of just happened. Anybody got the clip? Anybody clip it yet? It kind of just happened. Like, we were just in the middle of just having a conversation. That's why it was important that tonight was not a hunt. Tonight wasn't a hunt. There's nothing to hunt. We're just hanging out, racing. And if it happens, it happens. And if not, that's fine too. But it fucking happened! Three-peat! Three-peat! We're for real now. Oh, Prof's not a real Trackmania player. He doesn't have any fucking world records or nothing. I'm talking about. Such a good time. So, I'm pretty sure you were here, Tyler Mayhem, when we were joking around saying it's going to be a 102.980 or 102.970, one of those. That's going to be the time. 102 fucking 921. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. The run wasn't even that good. I just kind of put an end on it because that was my habit. Wait. So I have a lead up here. Oh, I don't. Oh, hide my PB. Just distracting everything. Oh, my PB is not in here now. This is not the right line. I am the most left of anybody in the top 5. That is the wrong line. But look at that speed drift from hell. The slingshot. And then oh my god, that speed boost. And then here it comes. The final mile. It took perfection because the world record of Catman is very fast on this last stretch. But we are dead heat into the finish. I'm gonna play it in the regular cam. We just watched it in the regular one before. There we go. And we'll watch from Remune's POV. How's that? Oh, from mine? We'll do mine. You're right, that is more fair. So that's it, everybody. There it is. As promised, slightly later than I hoped. But just like our first ever world record, we came in under budget. 4,600 runs. I believe my last one took 4,660 runs or so. So that is apparently my... Be it known. You can keep Prof out of the world record spot for 4,600 runs. But no more than that. No more than that. I will eventually come get you. So speed drift from hell. And then into the sneakiest pass. Quick little speed boost up and over. Took the shortest path. And ran away with it.
That took perfection. Even that little speed boost that we got wasn't enough. World record is still the former world record is still all over me on that last bit of the run. Unfucking believable. Amazing. So that's that. That is how that is done. You don't give up. You keep believing that you can do it. Actually believing that you can do it. That there is a finite amount of steps between you and your goal. And that all it takes in between is some effort and some time. And that's what this is. This is 32 hours of my life. A lot of frustration. A lot of heartbreaker runs. But never doubting. Never doubting. Holy shit, Ramune is a crazy lead here. But then here comes your boy. Low and to the right out of nowhere. Wow, Ramune's got some speed there, but then a little too high on the exit. And then the chase. The final drag. Wow. And if I touch that tree, had I even skimmed the tree, it would not have been a world record. Or maybe it would have. Somebody's told me that before, that skimming the tree doesn't cost that much. All right, Blurred, thank you very much for being here. I'm happy. Everybody that was here for this. Anybody here that's not subbed? If you're not subbed, raise your hand and I'll sub you. But it sure looks like everybody who happens to be here at the moment is subbed. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is over. It is done. It has been completed. The prophecy has been fulfilled. 3 world records. Oh, that feels fucking good to say. Some party music here. Got some prophet-y ears now. Oh my goodness. So, we are going to have a party for this one, not tonight. Oh man, I'm still a little shaken. That's what I'm fucking talking about, guys. This is why we do this! What is any other reason for playing this game other than this right here? This feeling right here. Keep chasing your goal. Keep believing you can do it. Especially when somebody does the hard part for you and sets the precedent. Then you already have the line to beat. This pass. One of my proudest moments in Trackmania right there. We weren't racing against any ghosts other than myself. And then I've never taken that line. I've never taken that line before. But that was the deciding factor right there. That was the difference. We did it. I'm just gonna keep looking at it. Just gonna keep looking at it. And that skin. This is the first world record with the black skin, I think. I could be wrong. The second one may have had the black skin. Feels good. Feels good. Ah. It does feel good to not have to play this map anymore. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy the map. And I would actually play it again. But I don't need to. It's over. It's over. It's just done. That's it. We've talked about it before. You kind of just have to be standing here until the world record just kind of falls into your hands. The world record is in one of these runs. You just need to be standing here in control when it happens. That's the hard part. But we did it. We did it. Unequivocally, unquestionably, the world record. Broke into a new time barrier for the first time ever. No one's ever done a 102 in one run, ever. Except for us.
It just feels great. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us this evening. Nothing else really to chase here, is there? Who we raiding? Who we raiding after that? I was gonna raid Tyler Mayhem, but we kind of on different schedules today. Is A Lance live? If A Lance is live, totally. In fact, I'll just do it from here. Yeah, it sure looks like it. All right, we're gonna send it over to Lance. Let me get over there with you. Let's turn that off. All right, over to Lance, which I need to get to. I'm going as fast as I can. There we go. Thank you very much, Tyler Mayhem. This doesn't happen without all the heretics here with me. This was not just me getting this record. This was a lot of support. This was some backseating. A lot of stuff went into this record. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Maniac, for being here tonight. Thank you, Tyler Mayhem. Thank you very much, everybody else. I love you all to pieces. We're going to send it on over to our new pal, A Lance. And, yeah. That's that this evening. See you in Discord. See you for the party. See you for some clips. See you on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. All right. Oh, and there's Opera. Opera. Oh, no. Sorry. Opal. Never mind. Opera is in the chat, not Opal. All right. Anyway. Love you guys. See you soon. And, you know, just fucking be well, I guess. See you next time.